On January 3rd, 1983, a game happened in the NFL that will forever be known as the comeback. The question is, how did the NFL's greatest postseason comeback happen? Well, let's find out on today's Daily Sports History.
Waiting to buy a home? The Churchill Mortgage team says now is a great time to buy. Waiting could be a costly mistake because when rates drop, new home buyers will flood the market, driving up home prices. Go to churchillmortgage.com for your free analysis and see how home values can outpace rates to help you build wealth over time faster. This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, Equal Housing Lender, 1749 Mallory Lane, Suite 100, Brentwood, Tennessee 37027.
Welcome to Daily Sports History. I'm Ethan Reese, your guide to the iconic moments in sports history every day. On January 3rd, 1993, no one expected sports history to be made that day at Reich Stadium in Buffalo, New York. But before we go into what happened on that incredible showdown, let's look back on how we got to this game. The Buffalo Bills were a perennial powerhouse in the AFC Conference and had been on a tear the past two seasons, making the Super Bowl each year. But unfortunately, they had lost each year, and they were hoping to get back with their chance to win. They had a Hall of Fame offense led by four future Hall of Famers in Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, and James Lofton. The Bills were a force to be reckoned with. But not to be outdone, their defense also had legendary defensive end Bruce Smith, the NFL's all-time leader in sacks. On the opposing side of the field, the Houston Oilers were making waves of their own. Despite their second-place finish in the AFC Central Division, their run and shoot offense, spearheaded by future Hall of Fame quarterback Warren Moon and talented receivers as well, led the league in passing yards, and they were a formidable force on offense. And we come to the wild card game that year, featuring these two teams. Everyone expected a shootout, not a blowout or a comeback. And it started out as a blowout. The Houston Oilers stormed out of the gate with Warren Moon delivering a mesmerizing first half. He completed 19 of 22 passes for 218 yards and 4 touchdowns. Reminder, that was in one half, leaving the Buffalo Bills in their dust, 28-3. Part of the reason why they were able to obtain this was the fact that the Bills Hall of Fame quarterback, Jim Kelly, was not playing like a Hall of Famer that day. Instead, he had thrown 4 interceptions that had led the Buffalo Bills into their devastating state. And to pile on, he was also injured, straining his knee. So they had turned to their backup quarterback. That backup quarterback, Frank Reich, who later became a head coach in the NFL. But before that, he was known as the comeback kid. He got that name for 2 reasons. The first one, in college, while at the University of Maryland, he led his team back to one of the biggest college comebacks of all time, coming back from 31 down to beat the Miami Hurricanes that year. Something that the head coach for the Buffalo Bills had not forgot about. Frank had been on their team for over 6 years. He knew the offense well. He knew the team well. And the coach, Marvin Levy, let the team know he came back before in college. He can do it again. So when they come out in the second half, trailing 35-3, they begin their march back. Reich connected with his receivers, including a 38-yard touchdown pass to Don Beebe. The crowd had erupted. They went on to score 35 straight points unanswered. And this was not all on the offense. The defense stepped up as well, shutting down the Houston Oilers offense completely, as they did not score another point that entire game. And the Bills had closed the gap 31-35. And Reich was orchestrating a final drive, culminating in a touchdown pass to Andre Reed with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And they had taken the lead 38-35. But the Oilers refused to quit. It had been a rough second half for them, but now was their chance to come back and finish the win. And Warren Moon had them go down the field and tie the game with a field goal, pushing the game into overtime, 38-38. Everyone was on the edge of their seat. Yes, the Bills had come back, but the Oilers didn't go away. They showed at that final drive they could still do something. And at this time in the NFL, any score ended the game in overtime. And luckily, the Bills were able to get the ball and with their kicker, kick a 32-yard field goal to finish the game 41-38. Frank Reich, the backup quarterback, was a hero. He finished the game with 21 completions for 289 yards and 4 touchdowns. Again, a reminder, this was all in one half. After this colossal comeback, the Bills went on to win the next 2 playoff series and get back to the Super Bowl, where they fell to the Dallas Cowboys. If you know anything about the 90s football, this was a tradition, as the Bills went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost them all. An impressive feat in and of itself. This one game led to changing Frank Reich's career. He got the opportunity to start at other teams, but never really caught on anywhere else, and will always be known for this game as a player. But he made waves as a coach, coaching with the Philadelphia Eagles, as an offensive coordinator as a quarterback's coach to their first Super Bowl win, and later coaching successfully as a head coach. He will always be known as the comeback kid. He may just come back and win a Super Bowl one day.
Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.